Am I the asshole for refusing to give away my cat for my vegan girlfriend? So I'm a vegan, had been for 7 months. Before that, pescatarian. I changed my entire diet because I fell in love with someone who asked me to. And I did it willingly, no resentment. I read the books, watched the documentaries, made the switch. Within a month, I wasn't even buying my own cheese. We were the vegan couple on our college campus. People knew us as a unit. So, her name is Sophie. She's been vegan for years. She's not subtle about it. It's central to who she is, what she believes, how she sees the world. She made it clear very early that she wanted a partner with the same values. And I respected that. Honestly, I admired it. When someone believes something that deeply, it's hard not to. And then there was Mittens. I've had her for 3 years. She was with me before Sophie. 7 kilograms of unearned affection, and she has never once apologized for any of it. Sophie was always a little tense around her, said she hadn't grown up with cats. So eventually, naturally, kind of without ever deciding to, we just started spending all our time at Sophie's apartment. Mittens didn't come up much after that. I thought it was temporary, that it would work itself out. It didn't. We spent more time together than we ever had, and Sophie was talking about moving in together. I was excited. I thought this is what we'd been building towards. But he said he couldn't see a future with me unless I was willing to give up Mittens. For reasoning, cats hunt, cats eat meat. Apparently, owning a cat feeding according to the pet food industry is fundamentally incompatible with vegan values. Therefore, Mittens had to go.
I've given this a lot of thought. Owning a cat is just not aligned with who we want to be. The meat industry doesn't care whether it's your cat's bowl or your plate. Flesh is flesh.
I tried to reason with her. I said, Mittens doesn't choose what she eats. She's a cat. I buy reputable food. I reduce harm as much as I can. Plenty of vegans own cats and think exactly the same way.
How much flesh does your cat eat? How many animals died to make all that food? Would you be okay with that being human flesh?
I got up. I said we needed to cool down. I went home. I laid on the bed with Mittens for a few hours. And then my phone buzzed. Sophie had sent me a Reddit thread arguing that domestic cats should, as a species, be phased out of existence. I stared at my phone for a hot minute. I posted the situation on Reddit that night. Something about that extinction link had shaken me in a way I couldn't quite name. So I wrote it all out, and the replies came fast. I read the comments, and then I read them again, and I started thinking about the last 7 months differently. Here's the thing. I didn't change my diet because Sophie asked me to. I changed it because I loved her and wanted to align with her values. That's what I told myself, and I believed it. But think about how it actually happened. She said very early on that she needed a partner with cruelty-free values. Not that she'd prefer it, that she needed it. And I was a pescatarian. So I stopped eating fish, and she was proud of me. And I went further, fully plant-based, and she was more proud. And I loved how that felt. And then Mittens stopped being allowed in the conversation, and we moved to her apartment. I didn't push back. She had an apprehension. I accommodated it. That felt like love too. The comment that kept coming back to me was this one. You changed your diet without being asked. You moved your entire social life to her apartment. What would she ask for next? And I couldn't answer it. Because I didn't know. And I realized that was the problem. I had been giving ground so consistently, so willingly, that I'd stopped noticing I was doing it. Mittens was just the first thing I wouldn't hand over. When I broke up with Sophie, she said,
Choosing a cat over a person?
Maybe she was right, but I don't think that's the full picture. I was choosing to stop. I was choosing to still be the person I was before I started handing parts of myself over. As you saw, a lot of the comments on Reddit weren't really about veganism or cats. They were about a pattern they recognized before I did. And Mittens, you might ask? She's right here.